You have to sell out to your strengths. This means making peace with your weaknesses. And some of us spend our whole lives warring against our weaknesses to the exclusion of actually developing and appreciating our strengths. Let me let that sink in. Sometimes we spend our whole lives wishing that we weren't weak at certain things, and the enemy's got us right where he wants us, because every minute that you spend wishing away your weaknesses, you are wasting your strengths. And I've got to get to the point, and you've got to get to the point where we accept the treasure that God has given us and the dirt. That there are just some things about me that are rough. And I'll tell you this, I tell our team quite often that I need them to be willing to deal with my dirt. I don't mean that I'm unethical or immoral, but it means that I'm not good at everything leadership-wise. So I need you to have my back, because just because I'm the pastor doesn't mean I'm perfect. Just because God called me to lead doesn't mean that I have everything I need to be a leader. That's why God gave us each other. That's the beautiful thing about ecclesia, or church as we call it. That's why I put the line in the song, we are an altar of broken stones. I was taking the Old Testament image. God told Moses, he said, when you make me an altar, don't take stones and cut them to make them fit together. He said, this must be an altar of unhewn stones, or stones that haven't been defiled with the tool. Because I want you to find stones that are disfigured deliberately. What that means is this stone that you find is going to have some rough edges here, but it's going to fit with this stone that you find that's going to have some rough edges here. And so what happens when we come together, this is the brilliance of the strategy of God in giving some to be apostles, some to be prophets, some to be pastors, teachers, evangelists, putting different parts in the body, some that serve in unseen ways, some that are very ethereal, some that feel emotionally. It's not that we come together because we're so perfect and polished. We come together because I need you. I need you. I can't build an altar without you. I can't do it without others. God has gifted you in ways that he didn't gift me. And when we get together, we are the devil's worst nightmare. Because alone I'm just a stone. But when we come together, we're an altar. This is a house of worship. So I refuse to be tormented by what I'm not. God should have made me 6'5" if he needed me to play basketball. That's on him. What he gave me is what he gave me. And now most of us are at the stage in our life where self-awareness starts to set in. And we're realizing that we're gonna have to serve God with our imperfections, with our depression. We kept coming to the altar thinking it would never come back again. Now we realize, oh, this darkness is gonna be one of the ways that God lets his light shine through me. He needs a backdrop. But I'm not gonna give into it. I'm not gonna stop serving God just because I deal with it. I'm selling out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's great.
And the dirt doesn't discount the treasure. In fact, let's think about it. It said it was a treasure hidden in a field. Did God give you your dirt to protect your treasure?
Come on, sir. Wow.
Is that how he makes sure that you don't get prideful and rely on yourself instead of him? The weakness is what makes the strength work. And so we're selling out to it. I really have a broken heart for people. who think that because they don't get up and talk in front of people, or they're not musical, or what they do isn't something that we publicly celebrate as much, that it doesn't matter. And I always take them to the Corinthian scripture. Sometimes they believe me and sometimes they don't. My premise is that the more invisible it is to us, the more valuable it is to God. But I don't use it from my own logical deduction. It's from the Bible. It says that the parts of the body that are less visible, we treat with greater honor, and they are more indispensable. And I use the analogy, I'm gonna cut off your pinky or I'm gonna take your liver. You choose. And it's a way of me showing them that just because I can't see it doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. And yet the enemy operates. How many of you believe in the devil? Every hand that didn't go up just doesn't have kids. If I'm him, I want to stop you from digging through the dirt to find the treasure so that you walk away from your field. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the message, just do 2 simple things before you go. Click the logo to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss a video. I promise I'll make it worth your while. And second, take a minute and share it with somebody who could use it, or just leave a comment. I love to hear how these videos are impacting you. It means a lot to me. Thanks again for watching.